Hey, it's Tammy, and this is another episode of Where's the Sun? These videos are to help you navigate the energies that happen around us or within us as the sun moves through the human design mandala. The birds are all jacked up today, so you're going to hear some weird noises, but let me assure you they are fine. So, we have been for the last 4 days in the gate 58, or the sun has been. And that is actually the gate of joy. So many people I know have been experiencing joy at this point in time. However, many people I know have not. And it's times like that that people are like, oh, you're so full of shit. Like, what are you talking about? This isn't joyous times for me. And I guess when I think about joy, I think about if you are fully expressing yourself as who you are, not acting for anybody, not being what you think you should be, not doing what you think you should do, not going out of your way if you don't feel like it, and not in a mean way, just in a way, being who you are. And that, to me, brings a lot of joy. So even if you're in a shitty situation, or if you have a lot of crazy stuff going on, that true expression of who you are, or if you understand that some of the corrections that you're going through, or some of the things that you're dealing with, bring about joy. They make your life easier. They make things more enjoyable. My mentor often references, if you publish a book and nobody edits it, and what if I typed it, right? And then somebody's reading it and they can't even get the gist of the story or the message that you're sending because they're stuck on a word, or, you didn't spell something right. So they're struggling through the attempt to read it. That having those corrections and that editor in place actually brings joy to the person who's receiving it. So sometimes the joy isn't your own joy, but it is giving to somebody else. So there's about 2 days left of that. And then we move into the gate 38, which is the gate of struggle. And it's not struggle without cause. It's actually, it comes with the ability to determine what is worth struggling for, what's not worth struggling for. And sometimes the struggle isn't a bad thing. I used to have a friend back in high school or shortly after, and whenever we went somewhere, she's always like, you always take the long way to get there. And I just used to love to drive, so I didn't care how long it took me to get there. If I was in a hurry, I'd go direct route, but she's like, you always take the roundabout way to get somewhere, and usually it's because I wanted to pass somebody's house or something like that, but or bump into people. But I did, and I do sometimes. I still take the long way around, and that could be considered not going the direct route, experiencing other things while I'm trying to get to where I'm going. So struggle isn't always a really bad thing. When it becomes a bad thing is when you're like spinning your wheels and you're stuck in the same behavior or the same struggle or the same non-purpose, and you're not learning anything and you're not changing anything and you're not doing anything. So the struggle that lives in the gate 38 also comes with the ability to know what's worth struggling for and what isn't. So it might also be a time where you start to shed things that just don't serve you and are a waste of your energy. So another thing that's happening is the new year, and I know a lot of people weren't happy with 2016. And I saw a funny post on Facebook about how it wasn't the year that was doing things to people, but I get it. I've had some bad years. So to many, it's a refreshing time. To many, it's a scary time. What's going to come. And there's just a couple things. So a lot of people that I know will do a vision board at this time, or set their intention, or set goals, or, what do they want to do for the year, and that's great. Not everybody is wired to be able to do that right now. So there's a few reasons. Astrologically, I believe the time to do a vision board is around springtime. In human design, although you can start to envision and plan, the time to bring these things to fruition isn't until September. So then there's people like me who don't have a will center, and if you don't have a will center, you don't have the sustainable willpower to get you through what you're trying to do. So although changes are good and you need to envision them and you need to have those goals and you need to make guided action every single day to work towards them, it's not for everyone to set goals right now or to follow through with them. So be gentle with yourself. If you set something like, I'm going to lose 20 pounds this month, and then you put on 40, it's just not the time. Try it again in the spring or in September. But do try to make changes. And as far as like timing of vision boards and things like that, I always think it's good to keep in your head what you want your result to be, and not so much how you want it to look, but how you want it to feel. And I also keep things pretty loose, like, you know, be open to what the universe throws at you. It might not be exactly, but it could be better. So, let's see. I think that's about all I have for today. I don't know. If I if I left something out, or you have a question, post it, email me, whatever. And then I will get back to you probably almost immediately sometimes. If you don't have your chart, oh, that's the other thing. So as the sun moves through these gates, it activates and deactivates pieces of your chart. So you're going to feel something more or less. However, if you have it in your chart, you might not feel it so much at all, and it's more of an understanding that that's always in your energy field. So with that, take care, have a great New Year's, be safe, and we'll talk soon. Bye.